Alright, everybody. This audio might be a little bit rough. I do have some stuff going on in the background, so we'll just give this a shot here. So, this video is part of our series of different functions of SCNP25. So, we have the dispatch console, audio demos kind of thing. We're going to have a new video out soon regarding how to use the dispatch panel. As well as we have some other videos and other things to help everybody out and kind of let them see how it works. That's all in the near future. So today what we're going to be going over is how to use the radio in-game. This is actually a very popular... this is actually not really popular. It's a big ticket item. People always asking, how do I use this? You know, how do I do it? And as you can see here, we have the nice, beautiful SCN2500. We're going to do that use this for the demo for the mobile. So when you get into the demo server, you will see this up in the top left that says /set radio agency, and then there's LEO, Fire, DOT, and SARS. That command is going to be the suffix of the command, so LEO, Fire, DOT, or SARS. Is going to be different by community, and I do apologize for any frame rate drops or anything. I've got a weird thing going on with OBS for some reason. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to start off by opening up chat. Set, again, if I spell anything wrong, I'm sorry. Set radio agency. Now this is dependent on your server. Some servers use numbers, some use the department, full department name, some type of brief way, or brief name, or a, I mean, it's really up to the community. So in this case, we're going to use LEO. So we're going to type it in. Now, the /set radio agency, LEO, Fire, whatever your community uses, that is case sensitive. So make sure that you know this. And it's that command. That's not something we control, so it's up to your community to give you the command. So that is the first thing to do. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and hit enter. And you might not see anything. You're going to be like, huh, what's going on? You might have to hit the / key that's above the enter key on your keyboard, between enter and backspace. That's going to bring up your radio. You see it go through its boot cycle here.
Leo dispatch.
And I don't know if you guys heard that, but that is a voice announcement. This is something that can be configured by the server owner, developer, whatever their role is that edits your guys' code plugs. That can be added. Reach out to them and ask about it. So this is the interface of the radio. This is not the only one. We have other models available, but this is just what's on the demo server. More of a popular one that I've actually seen. So, since I like to try to get everything as close to most servers would actually use, I'll pull that up. That way you guys can see it.
Leo dispatch.
So there you go. You're back. That's the APX 8000. So, as stated in pretty much all of our documentation everywhere, all of the keybind functions, every function on the radio can be bound to a key. So that's something that you want to definitely check out. There's a whole list of default keybinds in our user manual, which I will link in the description below, is with our Discord as well. Now, if this is your first time loading into a server, you will see a pop-up that asks you to allow or deny the audio device. Simply, you have to hit F8, which opens up your console, and hit allow. If you do not press allow, you are basically restricting the script from accessing your microphone. Therefore, you will just be dead air over the radio. People are going to get annoyed, yell at you, the whole 9 yards. So just make sure to hit allow, and if you accidentally press deny, check out the FAQ section in our Discord. Again, I'll drop that link in the description. And there's an FAQ section where we're working on answering most of the common questions that we get, as it's easier just for somebody to read the FAQ instead of open a support ticket or go through that whole thing. So now you're looking at your radio. Again, everything can be bound to a keybind, but we'll just go through some basics. If you want the full list of keybinds, default keybinds, they are on the user manual. So by default, your push-to-talk is F3 on your keyboard. Now I've rebound this to my mouse, as I know a lot of people will. And you'll know it's working when you hear, and your hand comes up to your shoulder. So there's a few things on the radio to keep your eye on, and I'm going to go ahead, and I know this is not going to be very realistic, but I'm going to blow this radio up nice and big so everybody can see it. To get to the menu I'm looking at now, simply press your open bracket on your keyboard, and it'll focus your radio. From here, you are able to actually interact with each button individually if you don't want to keybind them. That's up to you, but you can click on radio settings, and we can zoom it in and zoom it out and free drag. So we'll put it nice and big up here. Save settings, also that little handy reset button, and then simply press escape. So now that we've got the radio nice and large on screen, don't mind the battery, or, well, maybe this is a little bit too big, but don't mind some of the indicators not scaling properly. It is a known issue that we are actually working to resolve very soon in one of the next updates, possibly the next update, version 6.11. So, you've got your battery status indicator, which around 4 hours will go full drain, 4 in real life hours, so pretty much a patrol, typically. The command to reload your battery will be in our documentation as well, which I will link below. We will probably have a separate doc for that, or maybe we'll include it in the user manual. We're trying to figure that out. Your middle icon is secure, the circle with the slash. That means encrypted. Not every channel or community will have that selected. It's just a feature. And then in your top left, you have your signal strength indicator. La main is your zone text. The word dispatch is your channel text. And then you have your 3 selectable soft key buttons in the bottom right. Those are determined by the code plug. So in this case, I have scan, GPS, and scan select. Okay, your home button, when you press that, it will take you back to zone 1, channel 1, which is pretty helpful if you somehow get lost to your radio. If you click on your channel knob, which is your center knob, it'll go up 1 channel. If you click on your volume knob, it will turn your radio off. Pressing the slash key, again, the one between backspace and enter, will hide your radio. It won't turn it off, but it will hide it if you don't like that on screen, although who doesn't like that on screen? So, basic features, or basic rundown. Your F3 key, or whatever you bind it to, is your push-to-talk. Okay. You have a man-down capability, which, in my case, I've bound it to F10. I know that conflicts with a lot of other communities, so your mileage may vary, and also consult with your community on how your keybind should be set up. That way you're not conflicting with a menu they have. So if you hit emergency, I'm just going to activate mine. You will see it pop up emergency, as well as every other unit on that talk group will see that. Okay, I'm going to clear it again by pressing my keybind, which is F10. Okay, make sure to clear your emergency. Do not leave it active, as everybody's radios will continuously beep. Your radio ID will be displayed on any other subscribing unit's radio. So if your ID 1, for example, like mine is, you'll see the ID field pop up. It'll say emergencies 1001, and everybody knows, okay, that's whoever ID 1 on the server is, and then you get yelled at, and that's your fault. So make sure to clear your emergency. Dispatchers do have the capability of clearing the emergency on channel. Just make sure to also clear it on your radio. You don't really want to make dispatch do that. Make sure you do that. So that's kind of the basic stuff for the portable. Your scan, if you don't know what scan does, scan actually scans the talk groups, which are defined in the code plug via the programming software. GPS, what GPS does is actually a very useful function. Say you have a pursuit going on, and let's just use a call sign of Adam1. Adam1 is the number 1 in the pursuit. He's behind the vehicle. And he's giving call-outs, and you're just like, where is this guy? I can't find him. Very common issue. I know a lot of you guys will appreciate this. The GPS button, and unfortunately I don't have anybody else in server to demonstrate this right now. When you press GPS, right now it says no call because nobody else has talked, but you will see the GPS icon flashing. And it will GPS on your map and mini-map to the person talking. Now, say Adam1 is talking on the radio and I whack the GPS button, excuse me, it will stay locked onto him. So if Adam2 comes up on the radio, it won't change over to Adam2. And it will update about every 5 to 10 seconds, as a realistic radio would actually do that. And once you get to the location of that user, it will automatically clear the waypoint off of your map for you and say arrived. The indication that somebody is actually actively tracking you is, I'm going to press it again just so that you guys can see it, the GPS icon below the battery that you see flashing. If you see that flashing and you didn't turn on GPS, that means that somebody's trying to GPS you. So just keep that in mind. I know that'll help a lot of you patrol units, seeing if your supervisors are tracking you. So that's the rundown of the portable. Now we have many different models available and quite a few in the works as well. I'm just using the APX 8000 as a demo. You can check out our different models that we have. I will link that in the description below as well. We have a full document regarding the models, and come join our Discord for sure, because we definitely like to push those release notes out so people can see what we've added into the script. And there's a ton of stuff, different brands in the works right now. We've got about, I'd say, 5 to 6 different portables and mobiles in the works. So we'll just say, for a round number, we'll say 10 new radios in the works. So we're gonna move over to the mobile radio now. This is what everybody's gonna be used to, and I will say one thing really quickly. The script is based off of line of sight. So as you can see, I have one bar, you barely can see it, of signal strength. That I still can key up. Telecom 17, radio service test. You can still see I got that coverage. I can key up. I may not be crystal clear, though. That's the only thing. Now, if you hop in your mobile, as I will do now, I'm still going to have one bar, okay? Now, that one bar is a little bit different than how the portables are. The one bar on that, you will always have communications inside of your mobile. The one bar will act it's a little bit stronger because it's a mobile radio, so the power's a little bit higher. And I know a lot of people are probably asking, can we see the lights? So I will demonstrate the lights. We got the nice little amber and white package on the truck here. So this is the SCN truck. If you see this in your server, don't be surprised. We might be doing some work by the request of your server owner. So we are at the 13-minute mark here, so I'm going to try to make this quick. So now we're looking at the mobile. Very similar. All the icons and zone texts and all that is fun. The orange button on the right side, obviously, that is your emergency button. There is an orange emergency button on the portable. It's just kind of difficult to see. I'll hop out here. So if you don't know the radio in person, you won't know this, but if you click here, this is an actual emergency button right here, as you see. I'll clear it. That's why I always just recommend users to keybind it. That way they don't forget. So we'll hop back in here. So the orange emergency button's there. Your home button's there. A lot of the functionality is the same. You know, you've got your D-pad here for your zones.
TAC 1. Leo dispatch.
Again, voice announcements up to the server owner. You got your power button here. Okay. You got your scan button, GPS, scan select, and you will see 2 more functions available. Now this is dependent on the radio model and how it's set up in the programming software. Normally I like to put volume up down, that way it's one less thing that people have to bind to their, wherever they're using it, their keyboard, whatever. By default, these when you turn on the radio, it will start up with 50% volume. You can turn it up or down, your choice really. And that's really pretty much it when it comes to the mobiles. I mean, everything that I explained before for the portable is identical in the mobile. It's just a different user interface. The one thing I will touch on is the coverage. Coverage is based off of line of sight and your proximity to one of our tower locations. In this case, we are kind of on a fringe area. It will be a little bit hard on a portable, but on mobile it'll be pretty good. There is one thing I know a lot of people have asked me personally, and I don't know if it'll work on this server, so we're going to check it now. But we're going to go ahead and walk into the radio here. Or into the radio, yes. We're going to walk into the water, and you cannot... Oh. Your radio may... Your radio may or may not key up, as you can see there. But if you're on a boat, if there's a boat in the water, you hop on the boat, you're all good. That's some added realism there for you. So you can't talk on your radio while you're underwater. So that's pretty much it for the in-game portion of it. If this video was helpful, definitely drop a like, subscribe for more. I know it's super cringy. But drop a like if you think this video was helpful. Subscribe because we're going to be putting out some more videos. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. But it's sometimes they might go unread, so it's easier just for you to join our Discord server and open a support ticket with us, and we will typically respond within a day to whenever a new support ticket's open. So definitely do that. Let us know how you feel, what you're thinking. If you need more support, just let us know. We're always glad to help if you're having issues. Our big thing is we don't really do end user support exactly. So if you're a member of a community and you're having a hard time, go through your point of contact with your community, follow your chain of command to reach out to us, because they'll help you as much as they can, and then reach out to us. We don't offer end user support because there's a lot of end users, and we're going to then spend 90% of our time on support. So, but if you're on the demo server, or if you're looking to purchase a script, reach out to us. We'll happily offer you some good tips, tricks, support, whatever you want to call it, on the script, and we'll go from there. So, with that being said, again, like, subscribe, comment, whatever all the new YouTubers and kids say nowadays. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this was helpful, and have a great rest of your whatever the time of day it is for you.